Okay, I'm about to blow your mind. I'm about to show you something super, super cool. Now, if you understand the concepts that I'm about to share in this video and you take these concepts seriously, I promise you, your next book that you publish will be the most successful book you publish. So in order to understand the concepts I want to talk about in this video, you need to understand one thing. What does Amazon want most out of anything else in the world? What does Amazon want the most? Obviously, money. That's the only thing Amazon cares about. Amazon only cares about money. Why do they care about money? Because they're a business. The whole point of them running Amazon is to make as much money as possible. Jeff Bezos wants his money. So when you publish a brand new book on KDP, what does Amazon want to know about your book? What's the only thing Amazon cares about? The only thing Amazon cares about is this book going to make me money? And how much money is this book going to make me? So it's safe to say if Amazon only cares about your book making money, then your only purpose is to prove to Amazon that your book is actually going to make them money. And how do you do that? How do you prove to Amazon that your book is going to make them a bunch of money? Well, let's say I publish a brand new book on Amazon. Now, you come to me and I give you this book and you're holding this book in your hand, but you have your eyes closed. Okay, I just published this book. I just gave it to you, but your eyes are closed. If I ask you, what is this book? Are you going to be able to tell me? Can you tell me what this book is in your hands while your eyes are closed? Of course you can't, because you can't see the cover, you can't see the inside, you have no idea what the book is about. But what if I read the title out to you? If I read the title, would you be able to figure out what the book is? Probably not exactly, but you might be able to get a good understanding of what the book is about. Let's say my title is called Pause. Do you understand what the book is about? Probably not, but you can come to the conclusion that maybe it's about an animal. Okay, what if I read you the subtitle? Would you be able to figure it out then? You'll probably be able to get a better understanding. But let's say the subtitle is 101 Dog Training Tips. So the title is Pause and the subtitle is 101 Dog Training Tips. Can you tell me what the book is about? The book is still in your hands, your eyes are still closed. I just read the subtitle and the title to you. Can you tell me what the book is about? You have a better understanding now of what the book is about. But what if I read the description as well? Would you be able to tell me exactly what the book is about then? Probably. If I write a good description and I tell you a bunch of different information about what's inside the book and actually have a really good quality description, you could probably figure out exactly what the book is about. What if I tell you the back-end keywords as well? The 7 boxes that you have to put when you're uploading your book. If I tell you the keywords in those boxes, would you be able to tell me what the book is about? Even though you haven't seen the cover, you haven't seen the interior. Most likely you'll be able to. And that's exactly what Amazon does. It reads the title, it reads the subtitle, it reads the description, and it reads the back-end keywords. So we can figure out what your book is about. Why does it need to figure out what your book is about? Because if it knows exactly what your book is about, it knows where to show your book. So if your book is a dog training book, and Amazon knows this because you have the word dog training in your subtitle and your description and your back-end keywords, Amazon is going to say, okay, this must be a dog training book. So someone searches dog training and it shows you in front of 4 different people. So now it knows where to show your book because it understands the keywords that are inside your book. But here's the thing, it's not just enough for Amazon to show your book in front of the correct people, because Amazon doesn't care about showing your book. Amazon cares about your book making them money. So how does it figure out if your book is actually going to make them money? Well, it makes sense to test out your book, doesn't it? If you're Amazon and I give you a book on mine and I say, hey, can you tell me if this book is going to make me money or not? You're going to have to test it out. And how does Amazon test it out? Well, here's exactly what Amazon does. Amazon has something called a honeymoon period. Now, I don't like to call it a honeymoon period. Why? Because honeymoon is like a nice thing. You go out, you're with your wife, you have a good time, you have a bunch of whatever, but it's an enjoyable experience. You're away from the world, away from reality, and you actually have a really, really good time. Amazon is not here to have a good time with your book. Amazon only cares about your book making money, which is why I like to call it the initiation phase. I can't spell initiation, but that's okay. Why do I call it the initiation period? Because what Amazon is going to do is it's going to take your dog training book and it's going to place you next to other dog training books. Why is it going to do that? It's because it wants to see how your book compares to the other books that are already making money. So it makes sense if you put your brand new dog training book and it's doing extremely well compared to all the other books in the niche, Amazon is going to say, oh wow, this book is going to make us money. If we continue to show it and promote it, it's going to make us money. Okay, so let's say this one here is your book. Someone's typed in dog training book and then these books came up and this one here is yours. I'm going to color it black so we know it's yours. These books are making hundreds of sales. This guy's making 100, this guy's making 90, this guy's making 70 sales a month, this guy's making 80, and this guy's making 120. Now your book is brand new, so you don't have any sales to back up for Amazon to be like, oh okay, this book has already been making sales for quite a while. We know it's going to sell, let's promote it. You are brand new, it has zero information. So if it can't look at your sales data, what does Amazon look at? Well, we know that Amazon cares about relevance. Relevance equals money for them. Because if I type in dog training book, guess what? I'm looking for a dog training book. And if a dog training book pops up, I'm going to click on it and buy it because that's exactly what I'm looking for. So relevance equals money. Amazon cares about you being relevant to the search term that the person is typing. So we're just going to pretend that someone typed in dog training book. Now your book is brand new, so it's on day 0. So because Amazon can't look at your your sales data, this is what Amazon looks at. This book has a 2% click-through rate. We're talking about the CTR now, the click-through rate. This book has a 2%, this guy has 1.5%, 3%, 2.8%, and this guy has 1.9%. So these are very, very good click-through rates. So what does this tell Amazon? It tells Amazon that when someone searches dog training book and these books pop up, people click on them because they're relevant, because people like them. It's basically what people are looking for. If it's what they're looking for and they're interested, they will click on the book, because you can't buy a book unless you click on it. So what's the first thing Amazon looks at during the initiation phase to see if your book even qualifies to make money? It's going to look at your click-through rate. Now, if your click-through rate is 0.2%, what is Amazon going to say? All these books are already making money for Amazon. They're all already making money on Amazon, and their click-through rate is very high, and your click-through rate is super, super low. What does that tell Amazon? It tells Amazon this book is not all that great. People are not finding it relevant. People are not clicking on it. People don't like it. So if we know that the first thing Amazon looks at is your click-through rate, your responsibility is to have the highest click-through rate you can possibly have for your book during the launch of your book. And how do you have the highest click-through rate you can possibly have? Well, that's by having an amazing book cover. If you have a really, really good book cover, your click-through rate will be high. But guess what? A lot of you guys are spending $5 on a book cover on Fiverr. And the worst part is, it's not the fact that you're spending $5. You can find really, really good book cover designers and the price doesn't really matter. But you're all using the same Fiverr gigs. You're all using the same designers. But guess what? Do you think your competitors are using $5 Fiverr book covers? Probably not. Go on your niche. I don't know what niche you're in, but go on your niche. Look at their book covers and tell me if their book covers look like a $5 Fiverr book cover. Now, I'm not saying you have to go spend thousands of dollars on a book cover, but your book cover is so important. So important, because the better your book cover, the higher your click-through rate, which is literally the first thing Amazon looks at to even consider ranking with. Okay, so let's say you paid for a super high quality book cover. You did all your research correctly. You know what works and what doesn't work, and you listened to me, and maybe you're in the program and you saw what makes a good book cover, and now you have a 2% click-through rate. You don't have a 0.2% click-through. You have a 2% click-through rate now. What is Amazon going to say? Amazon going to say, wow, this is a brand new book and it's already at such a high click-through rate. It must be really good. It must be really relevant to the people. But guess what? Clicks don't make Amazon sales. So Amazon doesn't care about the amount of clicks you get. It just cares about how relevant your book is. Once it determines that your book is relevant because you have a really good click-through rate, then it moves on to the second step, which is to figure out how many sales you're actually making. Now, you don't have any sales data to work with. So what Amazon looks at is the conversion rate. Now, what's the conversion rate? That's the percentage of people that actually buy your book after they click on it. So let's say this book has a 7% conversion rate. That means if 100 people click on this book, 7 people buy. That's a 7% conversion rate. 7% of the people that clicked on the book bought the book. So this book has a 7% conversion rate. This book has a 6%. This book has a 10%. This book has 12%. And this book has 9%. Now, the reason these books are on page 1 and they're selling is because their click-through rate is high, which means their cover is really good, and their conversion rate is high. People are buying it. So guess what? Even though you passed stage 1 of the initiation phase, Amazon still doesn't care about your book until you pass stage 2 of the initiation phase. So you need to make sure your conversion rate is really high. So if you have a 2% conversion rate, Amazon is going to say, wow, this book is really bad. No one cares about it. People are clicking on the book, but they're not buying the book. Why? Because they're going to buy the other books, which is why the other books have a high conversion rate, because people are more interested in the other ones. Now, what causes a low conversion rate? Well, this can be that you have no reviews, or maybe you have 1 review, maybe you have bad reviews, maybe you don't have A+ content, maybe your description is terrible, maybe your book is just boring. There's a lot of things that can give you a low conversion rate. But guess what? What if your conversion rate is 15%? What happens then? Well, Amazon's going to say, wow, this book is brand new. People are clicking on it, which means people are finding it relevant. And also, after they click on it, a lot of them buy it. So this book has the potential to make Amazon a lot of money based on only these 2 factors. Amazon doesn't care how much you spend on ads or any of that. Amazon purely cares about, is your click-through rate high and is your conversion rate high? Because that tells them if your book is relevant. Now, there's loads of ways to increase your conversion rate. If you're publishing the same book everyone else is publishing, you're not going to get a high conversion rate. But if you're looking at all the books in your niche and then you're figuring out where those books are lacking, what they're doing wrong, and then you fix it with your book, and maybe you make your book even better. So if this is a dog training book and everyone's teaching 50 dog training exercises and you're teaching 101 different dog training exercises, you're going to have a higher conversion rate because your book is more valuable. You have something better to offer. Most of the people doing this, they're publishing a book and they're literally just saying, what's already out there, let me just copy this book and just republish it with a different cover. They're literally just copy and pasting other people's books and they're expecting someone to buy their book. But why would someone buy your book if you have nothing better to offer than everyone else? These books have already built their authority, they already built their ranking, their indexing, they built everything. They got the sales data. So it's not enough to just copy and paste someone else's book. You can take information from other people's books, but you need to make sure your book is at least slightly different. Make it stand out. Give someone a reason to buy your book and not someone else's book. If you're sitting there thinking, why is no one else buying my book? It's exactly the same as someone else's book. So why aren't they buying my one? That's the reason, because it's exactly the same as someone else's book. Why would they buy your one? Make your one slightly different. Make it slightly better. You'll see that people will buy your book instead. But here's the most important part. The initiation phase will last for around 30 days. Sometimes it's 20 days, sometimes it's 30 days. And what Amazon is going to do during these first 30 days of you publishing is it's actually going to rank you higher than you're supposed to be ranking. Why is it going to do that? Because it wants to see as quickly as possible if you have a high click-through rate and a high conversion rate. If it leaves you on Amazon on page 3, it's never going to figure out if your click-through rate is good enough or if your conversion rate is good enough. But if in the first 7 days, Amazon shows your book on page 1, it will be able to see, okay, are people clicking on the book? And okay, are people buying the book? That's the only thing it cares about. Are people clicking your book? And then are they buying it after they click? Because if they do that, it means your book is relevant. And relevance equals money for Amazon. So let's say you paid for a super high quality cover design, you have really good A+ content, you collected your reviews, everything looks good, you did everything how you're supposed to do it, and Amazon likes your book. After the 30 days, the initiation period is over. So what does Amazon do then? Well, you have your book, and let's say you sold 100 copies your first month because you have a high click-through rate and a high conversion rate. Now, if you're the type of person that's going to say, oh, 100 sales the first month, it's not easy to get reviews, it's not easy to have a high... Yes, it is. Go on Pubby, you can get reviews. It's like 20 euros a month. If you don't have 20 euros a month to spend on getting reviews, which are going to give you a lot more money in the long term, why are you running a business? Why are you trying to start a business? But anyway, I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. So let's say you get 100 sales the first month. Amazon is going to see where most of the sales are coming from because it has sales data now. So let's say you get 20 sales from the keyword dog training book, and you get 50 sales from the keyword training book for kids, and then maybe you get 10 sales for the keyword dog training exercises for beginners. Amazon is going to have this data, and it's going to know where your book will make the most amount of money for what keywords. So if half your sales came from the keyword dog training exercises for beginners, Amazon knows when someone types in dog training exercises for beginners, show this new book because it's most likely to make a sale. And that's how you start gaining ranking for certain keywords. You have to prove to Amazon that your book is making sales for those keywords in order to rank for those keywords. So if you're sitting there complaining, oh, I'm not ranking for the keywords that I want to rank for, it's because you're not selling for the keywords that you want to sell for. Other books are selling more for the keywords that you want to rank for. And Amazon doesn't care about your book, someone else's book. They just care about which book is going to make the most amount of money for which keyword. And I'm sure some of you have published a brand new book and you're going to see in the first 30 days, your book is doing well, you're getting sales, things are looking really good. But then as soon as the first month is over, your book slowly starts to die down. This is why. It's because your click-through rate is not as high as you think it is, and your conversion rate is not as good as you think it is. And it's so simple. All you need is a really, really good cover and some A+ content and reviews. If you have those 3 things, you're basically 80% there. The other 20% is your SEO and your ads. Now, if you do your ads correctly, you can also help your book out in the initiation phase. But like I said in the previous ads video, if these 2 things are bad, your ads are not going to help you out. In fact, they're going to make everything much worse, which is why a lot of you guys are running ads on a book in the first 30 days with a low CTR and a low conversion rate, and you're complaining why it's not working. So if you're getting ready to publish a new book, download the top 5 people in your niche and put their covers all in one file, and then put your cover next to it. So let's say these are the 5 people and this one is your cover. Put them all together and then go ask people. It can be your mom, it can be your dad, it can be your sister, it can be your uncle, whoever you want. Go ask people. Pick 2 covers from these 5 that you like. And if they're not picking yours, if yours is not one of the 2 covers that they pick, your cover's not good. You just need to change your cover. That's step 1. Now, if people are picking your cover, don't tell them that's your book. It's supposed to be anonymous. You want to see if your book actually looks good or if you're the only one who actually thinks it looks good. So go ask people which book cover they would pick. If yours is not one of the 2, go and fix your book cover first. Now, even if you just fix your book cover, you're going to do a much better job on Amazon because the conversion rate is super easy. As long as you have reviews, you're good. A+ content is just an added bonus, but if you have the reviews, you're fine. And you can just go on Pubby, $20 a month. I think it's somewhere there, I'm not sure. But $20 a month, you get as many reviews as you need. You can basically get almost like a review every day or 2. So within the first month, you're going to have 30 reviews, which is more than enough for Amazon to see your book and say, yes, it passed the initiation phase. And once you pass the initiation phase, everything gets so much easier because Amazon has sales data. And if Amazon has sales data, it knows where to show your book, where your book is going to convert, your ads are going to start working better, your ACOS is going to go down, your sales are going to increase, your exposure is going to increase, your index keywords are going to increase, your rankings are going to be higher. But it all depends on click-through rate and conversion rate in the first 30 days because that's the initiation phase. So yeah, good luck on publishing your book. Now, if you think this video is valuable, these other videos you're going to find super helpful. They're going to show you how to make a bunch of money on KDP and make your KDP journey a lot easier.